Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey. Hello, foodie booties. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and I'm sorry Judy's not here today because I didn't plan well. In my head, I was thinking, oh my gosh, how peaceful is it going to be for a few hours while Judy and Poe are at the groomer for you to get work done, i.e., film a video, and I didn't even take into consideration that the real star of the show here that you all tuned in for, Miss Judy Lou Who, would not be here to star in the video. So all you get is me. I'll understand if you have to click off this video right now because she's not here. But I hope you'll stick around for just me because we have got to talk about Chantal Murray, Chantal's show, The Daily Chantal, Chantopolis, Big Beautiful Me, Foodie Beauty, Foodie Booty, our girl Chantal has been up to some shenanigans, and now here, let me just say it before somebody comments. I did say that I did not want to talk about the Coca-Cola, the math, the Molly, the whoever, the whatever, and we're not doing that. It seems like she's kind of taking a break from talking about all of that nonsense. However, we are going to be talking about Coca-Cola Man, and I just call him Coca-Cola Man because for all intents and purposes, that's the best name to call him. Like, y'all know who I'm talking about when I say Coca-Cola Man, right? Like, we're not talking about Nicholas, we're not talking about Frank, we're not talking about BB, we're not talking about Pete's. We're talking about Coca-Cola Man, okay? So, for all intents and purposes, that's what we're going to talk about. Now, I have been kind of debating, like at this point, this is very likely old news to a lot of you, and I know some of y'all are going to be like, Zach, we moved on. She posted a live weigh-in today, blah, 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 blah. And I feel that. That's a whole mood. I get it. But for 24 hours, Chantal streamed for like 6 hours, okay? And over the span of that 24 hours, she was live streaming for like 6 hours total or something like that. And obviously that takes some time to get through, even on double speed, okay? And then plus on top of that, I do things like stream on Twitch Mondays through Fridays at 4 p.m. Chicago time every day. And I have dogs, I have a partner, we just got a lot to do over here. So I'm not getting it out as quick as I could. Plus, I've been really tired lately. Not that anybody asked, but I've just been trying to overcome this like sleepiness that's going on in my life. I'm not sure what she's about, but she's here and we're dealing with it. So we are gonna talk about this. Now, to get started, I just have to let you know that I'm probably gonna miss some things because like I said, 6 hours worth of streams, but I feel like I'm catching the essence of what was important. And the very first thing that she does is let us know why she's mad at old Coca-Cola Man.
Basically, I had plans with him today. Kind of like I made plans with him like to come over, and then he calls me like around 4 or something. Oh, one of my really good friends is coming down from like Montreal, and he's staying at his cousin's for 3 days, and he wants to take me out. We want to go out. Like, I want to see him. So I'm just like, okay, what about me? And I feel selfish. It's not just that. It's just like, it sounds like an excuse to me. It sounds like an excuse, like it's COVID. And are you guys there? Is this working? I don't want to have to start over and re-explain it. Somebody say something! Okay, there we go. And so I was like, well, I have to go to, do you want me to come over later? He's like, well, I should be home later tonight. And I'm just like, okay. But then, like, I told him I have to go to BB's because I had to, like, pick something up and drop something off at BB's. Hi, Trevonda. Hi, Krista. Joe. I'm just talking about stuff. So then, I'm like, I want him to, like, have fun with his friends or whatever, but it's just, like, I don't know. Just the vibe was weird. So then I was like, okay. And then like I've pretty much been seeing him like every single day for like the past 3 weeks or whatever. Like I've seen him every single day pretty much since I met him. Um, he made plans with me, but it's like at the same time, like he probably never sees his friend, you know? It's probably like a surprise.
So like too long didn't watch that clip. Basically, our friend Coca-Cola Man said, hey, I have this friend coming into town who almost never comes in. I never see him. I just want to spend some time with him. I'm going to do that tonight instead of you, okay? I'm going to do that tonight instead of you, Chantal. I hope that's okay. And Miss Chantal says all of this. This is her response. She says, I'm going to let you know about this.
But then now, like I said, I'm going to BB's, and then it was like, so he called me, like probably jealous, and then I was just like, and then like he's like, oh, hold on, they're calling me on the line, and then I'll call you back. He never called me back. That was at like 6. He was supposed to be picked up at 6 with his friends.
So she's like intentionally baiting him by trying to make him jealous about going and spending time with BB, which is whoever, whatever. In the stream somewhere, she also talks about how he is friendly with an ex and how she knows that he gets jealous over the time she spends with BB. So it just sounds to me like she's trying to pick a little bit of a fight. You know, like it sounds like she's trying to stir the pot, which is interesting to do, I guess, when you're trying to start a new relationship. Like, that doesn't sound like the foundation of a sturdy house built by love. Okay? It just doesn't to me. Naturally, Chantal tries to call him like 20 times, according to her.
Never called me back to confirm anything. I've texted him over and over. I've called him like 20 times. Doesn't answer his phone, doesn't answer his text messages, so I just lost it. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I'm done. I'm like, you can't even respect me enough to think of me. Like, you're not thinking of me if you're not thinking of me to call me back. Like, what could be the reason you can't even answer your phone in front of your friend to be like, either you don't want him to know about me, either you're full of shit and you're a fucking liar and you're not with him.
And he doesn't pick up the phone, which, like, we eventually find out what his excuse for that is, but, like, I also probably wouldn't answer the phone for somebody who repeatedly called me 20 times. Like, listen, first of all, I don't like getting notifications or phone calls on my phone, period. If you know me at all, like, I have my phone on vibrate and or silent, and I turn off all the notifications on every app. and I just hate loud, sudden noises, so I'm not trying to answer a phone call, let alone, like, talk to people on the phone in general. It's just, like, not something I love to do. Yeah, if you try to call me 20 times, you better believe I am gonna ghost your ass. Your ass is about to be ghosted. So she obviously, because he's ignoring her, the only clear next steps to that is for her to do this.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna pick up my stuff. Let me know when you're free. And that, for me, even if it's not true, like, even if he's not lying to me, the fact that I'm this emotional over something like that is so, like, so the last thing I wanted in my life right now, you know? Like, I should just walk in his house.
And, like, truly go pick your stuff up. I don't understand why you had stuff over there anyways. But yeah, I guess if you want to end it all over him spending some time with a friend that's not you and not answering your phone calls, then it sounds like this is not a good relationship for you to be in. So I agree, go get your stuff, girl. She also just says some, like, very self-aware things that I just want to highlight for you right here, right now, in this moment, because I think it just says a lot.
I don't know why I'm venting all this. He probably would really hate that. I guess so, Victoria. I think it's just because I was really looking forward to seeing him today. And it's like, what right do I have to hog him every single friggin' moment of the day? Like, I have my own life too. I have things to do.
I mean, it's so interesting to me how she can show such self-awareness and then, like, do nothing with it. Right? Like, she can say out loud, like, oh, I don't really deserve to hog him all the time. Oh, he probably wouldn't want me to say all of this on the internet, but then still goes on and rants about it over and over and over again. I mean, literally, like, the 6 hours of streaming was just her repeating the same things over and over again. That's why, like, I really can just show you a few clips and you'll really get the essence. Obviously, they're all still up on her channel, so you can go watch them too. So all of this ranting finally brings her to this moment.
Go by his house and wait. No, that's so creepy. Ready, set, bees. You think he's home? I don't think he's home. Should I go check? Take us on a drive-by. Yeah, let's just dox his house.
And it's so strange that this is like her thought process, and it is giving me big Sagittarius shorty vibes, okay? And a lot of people said that I wasn't tough enough on her, but let me be clear, very clear at this moment. Both Sagittarius shorty and Chantal need to stop going back to people's homes when they're not communicating with them. Like, that is not an appropriate response. I don't understand it. I think it's weird. And I think it's weird also that people in her chat were encouraging her to do it. In this particular live stream, this one was called Love Bites. And in this particular live stream, she doesn't actually make the trip to go see if he's home. But we might see that later. And by might, I mean spoiler alert. That's a part of this. Okay, that's a part of this stream. So she does say that she doesn't think he's a bad guy.
He's not a bad guy, and he's never done anything to make me like not trust him or feel not loved or important, other than right now.
But I'm having a hard time trying to figure out like why she thinks he hasn't done anything to make her not trust him, because her whole entire time with him has been a series of incidents and things to not trust this guy. People randomly being in his home that she wasn't expecting, having a friend that threw money at her and asked her to get naked, the random woman that claimed to be a former roommate and maybe lover, we don't know. Like, I have no idea why you wouldn't maybe trust him. Like, he seems like a very trustworthy guy. And at about 1 hour and 44 minutes into this stream, Chantal has an idea.
Oh my god. I have an idea. Guess what I'm gonna do? With my other phone. Guess what I'm gonna do? Guess. Different number. Different number. I'm gonna call him from my other phone, see if he answers. I'm calling him on a different number. I wanna see. Because then I'll know. Oh. Okay. You can answer for another bitch. Should I pretend to be another woman too? No. I know he's gonna find out about this anyways. He said he likes when women are jealous, so. You like when women are jealous? I told him be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, pal. I'm gonna call. When it's charged. Hmm? Hmm? I'm so nervous right now. Should I do this? On live? Really? Should I? This is rude. Here goes nothing. Nothing. Damn. I was hoping to catch him. Shit. Watch him call back.
So now we're out here calling him on burner phones? Like, ma'am, what are you doing? Like, what makes you think that this is an acceptable way? Like, if he's not answering you on your main line, there's a reason for that. Whether that's a good or bad reason, like, you trying to dig into this, Not a cute look. Not a cute look. You look thirsty. So that's about what happens in that first, like, well, it wasn't the first stream she did of the day, but it was the first juicy stream that she did. What do you know about a juicy stream? Okay, you get your mind out of the gutter. But that was the first, like, stream where interesting things happened. She did do another one after that called I'm Done. But this was the night that YouTube was kind of, like, down. It was having server issues, so I don't think it lasted for very long because of that, because people were like, oh my gosh, it's buffering, and it wasn't Chantal's fault, it was YouTube's fault. The biggest thing that happens, I think, in that particular live stream is she talks about going to McDonald's maybe and getting a slushie because she can't get a Misty Twisty from the Dairy Queen, and she also talks about going and buying the weed from some store that's open until midnight. And I think I said that that was the I'm Done stream, but it wasn't. The stream we're about to talk about is the I'm Done stream. I think that stream was called Mrs. Lonely or something like that. I don't know, something real sad. But then she did this I'm Done stream, okay? And this was after she made it through the McDonald's. She found out that whatever the GPS said for this weed shop dealer place was closed, or she couldn't find it. I don't remember. That doesn't really matter. That's not the point of this story. The point of this story is that she went by his house.
I went by his house. I wanted to see if he was home, if I could get my stuff. So I get there. No, like, I don't think anyone was home. I don't know. Like, he has his room, which was dark, but I mean, if you're in the room with somebody, it's gonna be dark. I didn't hear any noise. His kitchen light was on, the door was locked, but his kitchen window, like, I could see inside, and I could see his kitchen table. There was, like, still everything on it from, like, the last time I was there. So, I didn't really notice my edibles, though. I couldn't really see that well. But there was, like, stuff all over the table, and that's where my edibles were. He doesn't have a car. No. But he was being picked up. I don't know. But what bothers me about that is, like, what situation could you be in where you're gone for, like, hours and hours and not think about me once? Like, think, oh, maybe she tried calling me. Maybe, you know, like, maybe she texted me. I just feel stupid, like.
And she emphasized that the house was locked, which, like, leads me to believe she actually tried to get into this house when she didn't even know if this man was here. He wasn't answering when she knocked on the door. She was totally just trying to, like, get into this place when he wasn't there. I don't understand why that is a logical response to him not answering his phone. I mean, I guess if she's really worried about his well-being, like, you could call for emergency responders to go and check that out, you know? Like, also, it hadn't even been 24 hours. Like, there's all kinds of things that could have been the reason for, like, why this guy wasn't answering. The number one for me being that she was annoying him and calling him over and over and over again. But also other reasonable things, like, maybe he forgot to take his phone with him. Maybe his phone was dead. Maybe he was busy with his friend and was trying to be respectful to his friend and not pick up his phone. Like, there's all kinds of things. It's especially weird to me because she does kind of allude at different points that she had no idea what he could be doing, but literally started this whole night off by saying that he said he was with a friend. I don't understand where she's getting to this conclusion where she's so worried and doesn't understand, like, what he could be doing when, like, he did give an alibi for what he could be doing that night. She also absolutely automatically assumed the worst in this situation.
You know when you don't know what's going on, so you just picture the worst, like, just him, like, having sex with, like, 20 people right now in a room. If he's doing what I think he's doing, I'm gonna be, oh. Huh. I can't drink this.
And it's interesting to me that she's so insecure and so worried about him possibly cheating on her. Like, this feels like a really weird assumption to automatically jump to. And for me, my speculation on this is that it's like one of two things. Like, one, Chantal really is insecure about relationships in general and she has no basis for this. Or two, she's considering all of the things she's experienced with this man over the past few weeks. So we're talking about random woman stranger in his home, random male stranger in his home, him offering to find a group for them to do things, him giving her all kinds of substances. Like, I'm gonna lean towards that being the reason why she jumped to this conclusion, and actually give her the benefit of the doubt that she's not really that insecure. But in all honesty, it's probably some mixture of both of those things, that like she's just a relatively insecure person, and also he's given her a lot of reasons to be like, maybe I shouldn't trust this man. So I took all these notes on all of that. Like, those were the highlights of that 6 hours of streaming, that initial 6 hours of streaming. And by the time I got done watching all of those, she had already come out with this snake charmer live stream where she basically lets us know that he's a snake charmer, that he's very charming. And here's what she said.
I titled this Snake Charmer because this man is like a snake charmer. Alright, so basically I am the biggest arsehole on the planet. I'm the biggest crazy freak. When I think of how I behaved yesterday, like, I don't even feel like myself. Like, that was so weird. What, like, so I was sleeping. I ended up just passing out. That's why I have all this on my face, because I didn't even realize it. I was just like watching Resident Evil walkthrough, Village walkthrough, and then I just, before I know it, I heard my phone ringing, and it was like early morning, like middle night. I think, I don't even know really. It felt like that time. You don't like American cheese? I love it on cheeseburgers. So it was him. Hi, Jessica. And I'm like, hello. I answer it. And he's like, I was like, where were you? Right away. He's like, what's all these messages? What's all these phone calls? No, I wasn't doing that. Hi, Brooke. I don't know if anyone will believe this. I sort of believe him just because of how things went down with his phone. Like, he said he left his phone at home. He left his phone at home. I don't remember if he said he forgot his phone or he left his phone at home, but it makes sense because when I tried him from the different number, the unknown number, he didn't answer. It was the same thing. I called him so many times like a crazy woman that I actually killed his phone. Like, at one point, before I fell asleep, his phone started going straight to voicemail. And which means, like, it sounded to me like it died. And then it makes sense to me because when he called me, he said, I come home, my phone is, like, dead. But that sounds like such a bad excuse, right? He's like, I come home, my phone is dead, which makes sense with the why all of a sudden went right to voicemail near the end of the night. All night it was ringing nonstop. Like, if he was really annoyed, he probably would have just, like, you know. I don't know. I sort of believe it. Like, I sort of believe that he forgot it because he's not fixated. He's not good with technology. He barely ever goes on his phone when I'm there. Like, he'll leave his phone for, like, it usually ends up dying. That's how long he forgets about it. He said he was, like, with his guy friends, like his friends from, like, Egypt or whatever, that came to see him. He was there. They were playing cards and stuff, and he loves playing cards. I don't know. I'll never know if it's really true or not, right? So I have to make a decision what to believe.
And so I'm just like, well, yeah, it's perfectly reasonable. It could be a reasonable thing that he didn't take his phone with him, that he left his phone. Now, there was somebody in the comments on this particular live stream that said, listen, nobody is ever without their phone these days. And I'm also kind of inclined to believe that, but I don't want to stir up any paranoia for Chantal. I just think at this point he's given so many red flags that I'm like, how can you want to give him another chance? Like, truly, like, Truly, I just like believe in everybody's capacity to like be worthy of somebody who loves and cares about them, and I'm not convinced that's what this guy is for Chantal. I'm just truly not. I'm just truly not. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have for this video. I just wanted to give y'all a little update because I know some of y'all would not even bother with this whole storyline if I didn't post it, but y'all like the updates from me and y'all wanted me to keep talking about it. So if you want really the full story, and this is just like the first video you've gotten in on this whole train ride, I'll leave a playlist down below of all the times we've talked about Chantal's tender moments, so you can get all caught up. It was like a whole thing for a long time, and then I had to take a break. It was just too much for me. It was too much. But this kind of silliness where she's like, well, I don't want to say silliness because I don't want to belittle it. I know some people felt like I didn't take the things that Sagittarius Shorty did seriously enough. But this stuff I'm willing to cover. And actually, now that I think about it, I will put a content warning at the beginning of this video just so if you need to click off, you can click off. But that's all I got for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, and it's your first time on my channel, make sure to click subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get notifications every single time I go live or I post a new video. And also, leave me comments. Click, clack, moo, cows that type. Leave some comments down below. Hit like, click share, and follow me on all of my social media. I had so much fun with you all today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!